Hey, I just wanted to, there's been an update to the estimator. It's on about version 3 right now, and it's evolved and it's become pretty cool. So real quick, this is the Stump Estimator. You select your customer and there's two different modes now. One, you can go stump by stump, and that's good, especially if you have maybe 10 or fewer stumps. It's very accurate and you can be confident in the price that you're giving somebody. That's been around for a while. In fact, there's a public version of this at treeservicesoftware.com. But I also added something called bulk. And credit to Mike on X. He talked about sort of categorizing these things this way a long time ago. But I just found myself needing it more and more because when you're doing a lot of stumps, which if you have a big machine, you might end up in that situation. I'm talking 15, 20. The other day, it was 40 stumps that I needed to estimate, and doing them one by one, not that's not going to work. Um, so this is how I'm doing it now. You put things into buckets: extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, XXL. And what you can do is when you're going around, just eyeball the stumps. If they look like they're under 10 inches, you tap the plus button. 10 to 14, 15 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, extra large. And extra large, that could get pretty wild. You don't want to lock yourself into something where you're pricing it too low. So you can add a representative diameter here. So you might be dealing with some monsters. Pick an average size for the monster and type it in here and then add that. So anyway, this is just a super quick way to do an estimate for a large number of stumps. And just to make sure I'm covering everything here, the typical height, 2 to 4 inches, maybe it's not that. And this is all configurable, by the way, in the settings. Grind difficulty, fast. Yeah, maybe if it's pine or something really soft, but maybe it's walnut. You definitely want to price for that. Access, pretty self-explanatory. Standard depth, I like to go 4 to 6 inches. My machine can go up to 16 inches deep, but that's really only necessary if you're going to plant a tree or something. And grind and go. That's what I tend to do a lot of, but anyway, you might handle it differently. The point is, this is a quick way to do an estimate for a large number of stumps. So here we go. And then the nice thing about using the system is you just click create bulk estimate and it automatically creates an estimate. It itemizes, you get a nice list of line items here. And then you can send that estimate via email or text right away, get a response. You can view it as a customer, which I won't do right now because I don't think the window will get recorded. In any case, that's how it works. So hope you can use it. I hope it gets you a lot of work. Thanks. Bye.